Good morning
from Burnie in the state of Tasmania, still in Australia.
Correct.
Ooh. Now, we've done some research. Burnie is not the largest of places, but some things that it is known for is the possibility of seeing little penguins,
Yes.
platypuses, and
Yes,
things
yes.
like that. But usually only if you're here in the very early morning or in the evening, which we are not.
It's almost 9 a.m.
We're still going to give it a shot and try to get some nature in our lives, do some exploration. There is a Kmart here.
What?
Who knows? But we're going to be trying to use the city bus system to get around today because the area we're looking to go is only about 2.5 miles, but it's uphill and it'll take an hour and change to walk there.
We don't have the longest of days.
The bus can get us there in about a half an hour, and it's like $1.70 Australian per person per ride. So you can't beat that.
Cash only.
Yeah, no card, no tap unless you get one of. They have like a special one that you can buy, but not just a standard credit card tap.
Yep.
So we got the cash. Let's get some breakfast and get rolling.
Come on.
Time for some international. So our gangways were deck 5 forward and mid. It looks like we're going up, around, and down to the buses. Welcome to the wildlife. Nature.
We've got a cafe just opened and free Wi-Fi. Then you might like to walk down to the beach, walk along the boardwalk, take a photo in Burnie's photo frame. I want you to remember your time here in Burnie.
We have made it to the drop-off spot. So from here, it's only a couple of blocks to get over to the Burnie Interchange bus station. My gosh, it's so cute. But if we hop on the 191 bus, which comes once an hour, that should, if we ride it to the end of the line, be exactly where we want to go. When you get up here to the interchanges, they are designated by letters. I can see some across the street. There's a C, there's a D. We are looking for A today. Stop A. And there is the schedule. Right on time. All right, end of the line. So now we just have a very short stroll around the corner. Start looking for nature.
I just have to say, all of the locals are so lovely. The mayor came on the bus, and then the lady on the bus was like, "Are you going to Fern Glade? Hope you see a platypus. You go this way." I love it. So friendly.
Yo, we just walked around the corner, and nature is right there looking at us.
It's a flippin' kawaka.
Yeah, is he gonna do a flip?
I didn't even have to go to Rottnest Island.
You cute.
Okay, wow. That.
We ran into some other folks on the bus from the ship that are doing the same adventure today. So down the hill to the pedestrian area, past all this rushing water. It's a wild tree.
Well, yeah, it fell.
Yeah, once we get up here to the reserve, it's listed as a nice flat walk. We've worn, sneakers, tennis shoes to get the job done, but
Long pants.
long pants. Yeah, but there's a loop trail that's about 1.1 miles, and I think it is listed on all trails. Well, I like the platypus crossing sign. It's promising.
It is promising.
So I guess
see
starting
bubbles.
here, yeah, you could see platypus. I don't really know what the telltale signs are, but bubbles could be a good start. Yeah, I see ripples and things happening out there.
Either way, it's absolutely gorgeous, and the temperature is perfect. It's about 65 degrees, maybe?
Yeah, I think
Fahrenheit?
our high is maybe 70 by the end of the day. Yeah, we're watching. Oh, look, there's a bunch of bubbles coming up right there. You can't tell me that's not out of a platypus nose. Yeah, this is platypus breath.
We're experts, you know.
Wow.
It's our first time ever trying to find them, but we know everything about them.
That's it. If nothing else, I think we've seen platypus breath today.
That's cool.
All right, river bubbles. Let's carry on to the actual entrance and see what we can find.
Promising, though. Yeah.
Ah, the entrance. Yeah, there's a ship tour here right now called Nature Lovers Tour, I guess.
We make our own.
Open 7 days a week. So looking back toward the bridge, we've got a nice picnic area up here. Oh, here's some signage teaching us about trails. That's helpful. Home of the world's strangest animal. That's what we're here for. That's what we saw earlier. Y'all, we can learn some stuff. Tasmanian pademelon. And now, welcome back to Nature Walking Down Under with Dee&J.
Didn't think I'd ever say that. That's so cool.
There's lots of facilities in here. I see restrooms up ahead. Now we know what you are, little friend. There's another one. Well, there is a ship tour group up here that's stopped and interested in something. Oh, it might be a pademelon. What was his name? It is. Okay, so we thought it was rare when we first saw one of these, and now we're like, oh, I think this is just kind of like seeing a rabbit or something here.
No, but there's so many though. Or like sereke or agouti or something, you know, in like Mexico, South America.
Now, we got a hot tip from a friend that the bubbles in the water typically does mean platypuses. Platypuses is the technical correct plural.
We looked it up.
And there is an observation platform up here where if you wait, you might see at least the nose of a platypus come up. Yeah, but this path just kind of follows along. I think this is the Emu River.
Oh, something just there. It's right there.
Oh, platypus just surfaced. Photos by Dee got it. Ooh, he's staying up for a while. It's behind some leaves, so I can't really see it. Let's get a better angle, y'all. Here we go. And he's gone. Well, we've had at least 3 platypus surfacings. We're just going to be quiet and see if we can get some more. At least some blurry photos. A blurry platypus is better than no platypus.
I try. Getting it to focus that quickly is hard on water, so I'm doing the best, guys. I feel privileged.
Nature Dee in her element. We've got another set of restrooms and a parking lot up here. They say if you just kind of pull over to the side at the picnic areas, you may have some luck. Well, the restrooming is fairly pleasant. And they've got sinks to wash your hands.
You're not scared.
You're super cute. Sorry we called you a quokka earlier, but we were excited.
Yeah, we're sorry about that, friend.
Oh, we've got a little tree fuzzball up there. Possum, more than likely. Yeah, those are not like the opossums that we have back in the States. These are much cuter. So from this restroom, we are actually going to spin. We came in on this path. I think we're going to go back up here. There's another cut through we can walk through, which they call like the pademelon path or something like that. So, sounds fun. I think that's a velociraptor. Wait, they don't fly. I think that's a pterodactyl. Does this qualify as a walkabout? I'm not exactly sure the definition. Do we need to be like in the outback? Just being in like a nice reserve? We're going to call this a proper walkabout.
I think we qualify. It's okay.
There's a spinabout. Well, that has brought us right here to the entrance exit. We'll hang a left. It'll put us on that bridge where we saw all those bubbles, and I think we'll hang out there for a minute just to see. Ooh, the breeze has picked up.
Woo!
That is nice.
That's lovely.
Well, we just met some folks that said the bubbles we're seeing here are likely fish, even though there is the platypus crossing sign, so we're just going to keep our eyes peeled. We'll let you know if anything fun pops up.
I am happy I saw one and got a picture, even though it's blurry. Success.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's pretty rare, so unless you're early. But we have good luck with nature.
We've jumped across the road now to this little parking area. Looks like you can go walk along the riverbank. Burnie Dee has espied some friends. Did you bring your snorkel gear? Because I did not know we were going to encounter a beach day here. Rocky Beach.
No, I did not. It's really nice that you can get this close there.
Goodbye, potential platypuses.
Thank you for showing yourselves, though. We feel very blessed.
So we're going to jump back across to this pedestrian pathway, head back to the bus stop. Because it comes 22 minutes after the hour, and it's noon right now. Well, we've been dropped back off on the opposite side of the street, which is perfect because there are a few things over here I would like to visit and or look at. They have got a Kmart just here inside this shopping complex. Oh, the nostalgia is real. So this will be a good stop to maybe get some toiletries, anything we're running low on. Maybe some blue light specials. Price scanner. Oh, we have a map of the Kmart. I used to own one single share of Kmart. I'm sure that's probably no good anymore. Thanks, old friend. We had some shopping success there. Now we've spied a couple of charity shops or op shops to hit. Well, not too much clothing shopping success. I think we'll go ahead and wander back to the shuttle up here. Sweet home. We've grabbed a couple of ham and cheese and tomato sandwiches from International Cafe and some coffee beverages. That should do nicely.
Good morning.
Good day once again from Melbourne, Australia.
Indeed.
Now, we've been sort of getting on a trend, I'll say, of getting to a city and leaving that city to go find a nature adventure or something like that. And we said, you know what? We need to do some in-town stuff. So we're sticking to Melbourne today.
It's good to switch it up.
Yeah. We are doing a gratuity-based walking tour from a company called I'm Free Walking Tours. They actually have a lot of Australian cities on their list.
Nice.
2.5 to 3 hours. Now, the thing is, the port of Melbourne is about a half-hour ride from the actual city center.
Yeah.
But there is a convenient tram network.
But
Yeah, there's always a but, isn't there? One thing we're finding is the payment methods really vary from city to city and state to state. This particular one, you cannot use cash for the trams, and you cannot use yet a contactless credit card or something like that. They're still working on putting that in place later in 2026, but it's not ready yet. So you have to buy a physical card called a Mickey, M-Y-K-I card. It's about $6 to buy the card, and you load it up with cash, and that is the only way to tap in and out of the transit system, trams, buses, all that stuff here.
yeah, they're all different.
Yeah, now if you have an Android device with Google Play Store, I guess, you can download a free digital Mickey card.
I do.
Yeah, but we don't have data service on your phone. We haven't activated your Airlo or anything yet. So we're just going to go out, get 2 physical Mickey cards, and ride this tram into town.
See, we teach you stuff.
Whew, but hopefully that's going to be changing because they are really supposed to be putting standard contactless credit card tap-taps in place. So hopefully maybe for your visit you won't have to use this Mickey card thing.
True.
But let's try it.
It's an adventure.
Yeah, let's just get our bearings. So here is the port building. If we look off to the right, we can see the town of Melbourne Port. Oh, they got a nice little beach over there. And in the distance, Melbourne proper. But the good thing is the tram station is literally at the end of this pier. So very convenient. And I think it's the number 109 that's going to take us into town. Well, our gangway was deck 6 midship. We grabbed a little breakfast at International and off we go. Well, they have Mickey ticket sales right here in the terminal. There we go, 2 full fare Mickeys for the day. And you do have two choices. There is either a shuttle bus, which will get you to the edge of town, or the tram, which takes you into town. So we are Team Tram. Oh, we'll just keep following this green line. Well, we've come out the port exit now. Just keep walking straight following tram signs. Beacon Cove Station Pier. That is us. So they do have a kiosk here for the purchasing of your tickets and whatnot, should you choose not to use the one at the terminal building. Well, the trams come about every 7 or 8 minutes. There's ours now. Well, we've made it into the city now. We have just a couple of blocks to stroll over to the library. Ugg boots. Success, and our meeting spot is right here in front of the statue. This wild kingdom out here. Anyway, we're all checked in. They said restrooms are here in the library. Let's see what else we can discover in here. State Library Dome. Well, apparently this is quite the photo spot. Wow, I can see architecture in here. This is where we need to leave Reader D. She doesn't even need to come on the tour today. She could just stay right in here. They call this State Library Bricktoria. That's cute. Oh, on the other side you can get a behind-the-scenes peek. They have an elephant in the library, apparently. Weird. Oh, there's the dome. We just went upstairs to see. Let's hop back outside. The guides are just down here in the bright green apparel.
Ask any questions you have. I'm going to give you a lot of information, and if it was up to me, this would be a 6-hour tour, but no one wants that, so I'm going to have to leave a lot of stuff on the cutting room floor, so please come ask me questions, particularly about Melbourne's history. That's sort of my forte.
So we got a quick history of some of the statues here in front of the library. We've learned a little bit about the gold rush. Now we're moving on. It's funny, we had Joan of Arc. We've got St. George. Oh, we've made it to the old Melbourne jail, the oldest building we're going to see today.
Your arrivals to a massive stone building like this.
It's made out of bluestone, which is one of their local stones. We're getting some history of the Kelly gang now in conjunction with this prison.
1977.
Yeah, sandstone, like we saw at the library, had to be brought in from Sydney. That was the stone for fancy buildings. We also got a little history about a 3-year-old prisoner that they once had at the jail, and the end of the Kelly gang story. We've got the monument. It says 888 at the top for the revolutionary idea of limiting work days to 8 hours, which I guess originated here in Melbourne. As we pass by, we have to admire the Victorian-era architecture here, especially on all the terraces. Now we'll carry on toward the gardens. Welcome to Carlton Gardens. Hello, bird friends.
I want to give you a bit of an overview of Melbourne's history, how we got started as a colonial settlement. I do want to acknowledge I'm about to tell you the story of a European-style permanent settlement established in this area. That is not the start of the story of human occupation of these lands.
So we just got some history about a man named Batman. No, really, Batman. Now we're making our way up toward the Royal Exhibition building.
If you're from North America, you might know of this thing as the World's Fair as well. We held the 8th ever one in 1880. It was customary for the host city to build something. For ours in 1880, we built this.
So a huge gold rush history here in Melbourne. And I like a lot of the anecdotes are filled with Sydney versus Melbourne stories. It's kind of a rivalry there. Well, that's brought us over to the Parliament Station area. Book of Mormon, we saw that on the West End.
This is the Parliament House of Victoria. It's probably one of the best like examples of the prototypical gold rush style of architecture here in Melbourne. It's a beautiful theatre in the style of the Second French Empire. There's like frescoes on the ceiling of the dress circle bar inside. I used to work at that bar quite a lot actually. And they're showing the Book of Mormon right now, if you can't tell, which is really good. I've seen that both in Melbourne and in New York on Broadway, and it was better in Melbourne, so just see it here, quite frankly.
There we have Chinatown. So founded right around the same time as San Francisco's Chinatown. I guess technically this is the longest standing Chinatown because San Francisco's was rebuilt, so this one might be slightly older if you think of it that way. We'll pass by the Chinese Museum and head over toward, I guess he referred to it as the Old Greek area. There's not a whole lot of Greek influence stuff left over there these days. Oh, this is a skinny alleyway. Oh, I smell some food through here though. So we're going to take our break here at the QV Center. They've got free water if needed, lots of food options and things. So 10 minutes, let's go. Ooh, looks like it's Froyo time. And the water station is here in the Froyo place. Ooh, a refreshing fruity treat. I put some, what do we call it, cornflake crumble on top. Well, that was delicious. So QV Center, standing for Queen Victoria, and I guess this is one of the original buildings of the hospital. All right, back out to the streets. Well, we are on the hunt for street art. So what I'm gathering is that most of the street art in this section was done legally by permit, but there are a few illegal street art installations as well in here. Now we can sort of get a peek around the corner at the art that we could not see while he was giving his presentation. Oh, wow. Well, quick peek, on we go. We'll see what photos By Dee captures from that quick pass by. And back out through presumably the other end of Chinatown. Wow, even the retail area is pretty. Look at the architecture on Zara. Speaking of shopping, from here we are going to go to a shopping arcade, which of course is a shopping street that has had a roof built over top of it. No video games required. So this is the Royal Arcade. Our guide said this is his second favorite arcade in Melbourne, so let's go check out his favorite. Uggs end of season sale. Oh, apparently just across the street from that one, the Block Arcade. Oh, psychic readings today, the Spellbox Cauldron. Okay, I see why this is his favorite. There's a look straight up at the roof, the dome. Yeah, built in the late 1800s when Melbourne was booming. Yeah, looking at some of the tile work on the floor, I think he said it's Milan inspired, and the tiles were actually from Milan. We just walked by a tea room with an amazing display of cakes. Our guide said, don't get distracted. Okay, we've done well. Oh, cutting through Centerway Arcade. Yes, this is quite the bustling place. Oh, we've got a little place over here advertising kangaroo burgers and crocodile fillets. So now out to Flinders Street, apparently to a very iconic corner, which also equates to being a very crowded corner. So there we have Flinders Street Station, one of the most iconic buildings in Melbourne, built at the start of the 20th century. Yeah, we've come over here in front of St. Paul's to do a little bit of learning, but we may as well cast our eye in this direction too, huh?
They'll know what that means.
Whoa!
You can even see there's a couple of people standing around beneath them right now.
Well, let's carry on in this direction. Well, from here we get a nice view back, including over to this building, which I guess was sort of deemed an eyesore when it was first constructed, but I guess it's really grown on the city and they really like it now. But it's frequently voted like one of the ugliest buildings in the world, apparently, just there to the right. Oh, hey bird. But yeah, the coloration was supposed to mimic the sandstone buildings of the past, the modern gray skyscrapers, and the glass skyscrapers. Tie it all together. Well, we've reached almost the end of the tour. I think we're going to come get some views of the Yarra River. Close us out. Ooh, quick view off this side of the river. Ooh, we're winding around to something. Oh, we've come over to the Ampa to get a skyline view.
As we've been doing this tour, I've been trying to tell two stories. One is of a city that's better than Sydney, but the second one that I want to focus on is a city that has very much been made what it is today by waves of people coming here from all over the world and either leaving a bit of their culture behind or settling down here, bringing that culture with them. So thanks very much for coming along, and I hope you have an excellent time here at Melbourne. Thank you.
Well, we have finished, we have gratuitized, and now, well, actually we've been, the tour ended even closer to the station that we need to get back to the ship, so that's really convenient.
I am in the video too. I just haven't been talking today, but that was such a good tour. We'll wrap up a little bit more when we get back to the ship. But,
Oh, yeah.
oh my gosh, I highly recommend that.
There's 109. Beacon Cove, end of the line. Home sweet home. Good evening from back on board.
Yeah, welcome back.
Hey, you are in this video after all. Look at that.
I know, so we'll explain how that works. So on tours like that are very quick and, you know, lots of people and you're in a big city, it's really hard to pull to the side and like do a little talky part. So Jay just kind of shows and narrates as he goes. And I'm like, I'm never in those videos. But there's reasons why, because you have to stay with the tour guide. And they're going and you're crossing streets and it's a whole thing. So we want to show you how it really is. But it was so good. Kieran, one of the best tour guides I think we've ever had for one of the free walking tours. So much history with the gold rush, I didn't really even know that existed in this area of the world. Shame on me. But he would pull you aside and like very booming voice, you could hear everything, make sure you had shade. So many beautiful areas that we got to visit today. It was just a wonderful tour, and I can't wait to come back to Melbourne and explore even more.
True, yeah, he was a theater boy.
Yeah,
you could tell he
was
had that
good.
projection and he had the animation.
He was funny too.
Yeah, so I'll throw a link to I'm Free in the description. Like I said, I think they have at least 4, maybe 5 cities that they do walking tours in. Just gratuitize them at the end. It's completely up to your discretion. There's not really an amount that you could say this is what you're supposed to do. It's just whatever you feel in your heart and soul.
Oh, but he was well worth it.
Yeah.